My husband and I found out that we were expecting our second child in February of 2020, and we were thrilled. But shortly thereafter, we found out that we were not going to be able, I wasn't going to be able to carry her full term. We found out that she had been diagnosed with Down syndrome, and in a diagnostic ultrasound, the doctor told me that I would not be able to carry her to 40 weeks, that heart failure would take her much sooner than that. At that point, she gave us the option of either coming in for biweekly ultrasounds just to kind of track where we were at until she passed, or we had the option of terminating the pregnancy. And we just decided that that wasn't something that we could do. This was our child. We very much wanted to see it through and hoped and prayed for a miracle. At 18 weeks and 3 days, though, I had delivered her in Owensboro. And though it was difficult to go to these regular appointments and basically wait for my child to pass away, just knowing that it was essentially a ticking time bomb, it's something that we don't regret by any means, because that time that we had with her in the hospital was very precious. We were able to keep her in the room with us. We were able to hold her. We were able to get photos, marvel at her tiny little features. After she was born and we had done her burial and everything, I thought that I had done a really good job of dealing with the grief, but what I'd really done was just throw myself into motherhood with my older child and then our son that we had in 2021. And in that time, I also wanted to be able to honor Iris's memory, so I started mentoring at the Door of Hope. And so in that time, all I wanted to do, really the only goal, was to be able to step in and be that support system for these other women, because I had had a great support system during my pregnancy. But in the process, I also gained some healing, because while at the center, I learned that Martha Stevenson at the time was offering miscarriage support, bereaved mother Bible study called Threads of Hope. So I reached out to her, and that's when I learned that I really hadn't done as much healing as I thought that I had. Because by even chapter 2 of this Bible study, I was finally able to ask myself the questions that I hadn't allowed myself to even consider, and really work through a lot of the anger that I didn't realize that I was holding on to, because I had, again, thrown myself into motherhood, which is great to parent the children I've been given, but I needed to work through what I had been through with Iris as well. And in this whole situation, I learned that there were a lot of other women who had been in my shoes and just had never had the opportunity to talk about it, or it was something that they carried with them privately for decades even. Some of them had children, or would have had children, that were my age at that point. And so I think about the Bible study and the impact that it can have on our clients and even just women in the community, to allow yourself to take advantage of this healing, to read the scriptures that will bring you comfort, to ask yourself the difficult questions, and to really do the dirty work with grief and healing from it.